this video. Join me as I share with you how you could attract good health, more money, better relationships using affirmation. Types of affirmations. Please join me. Hello, welcome to Take a Step to a Better You. On here, I share what I now continue to learn. And today I'm sharing affirmations that you would use to attract better health, more money, and better relationships. If you are new here, my name is Sherifat Nakalema. I'm a business owner in Virginia. Yes, I've been on YouTube for 3 years. I just celebrated 3 years. I think right now I have over 500 videos on this channel. I also have, I got to 15,000 subscribers. So if any of what I share here sounds interesting, which is business tips, earning money, online tips, motivation, and things like today, personal development. If any of that sounds interesting, please consider subscribing to this channel and sharing it, liking, adding comments. For those of you who are returning and you've supported this message, appreciate you very much. We've hit the 15,000 subscribers, which I've been talking about, wanting to have. So I said, thank God, we got that. And now more action. I'm going to record more videos. You're going to see me. This is the first official day that I came back to recording regularly. I've been coming more live, but the lives will be continue maybe on the weekends, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, like that. But now you're going to see more videos from me. And this is the beginning of that. I started with personal development. And today I'm sharing affirmations. You know, I've been using affirmations, not knowing they had types. And the reason we need this, we use affirmation. All this is to do with the law of attraction. I don't know if you're familiar with the term, the law of attraction. That's the way they figure out how the experts, I'm not an expert, I just learn and come here and share how we can attract those good things into our life. So we use affirmation to get to the good things. But I didn't know they had types. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the definition. What does it mean, affirmation? And then why? Why do we need affirmation? And the types. And I discovered there are 5. All this time I've been talking about them, but I've been finding people talking about 3. But because of this book, now I know there are actually 5. And if you know, like the types, not just use the statements, it makes it better, like you're going to see. So, what is affirmation? What do they mean? Now, I have 2 definitions. One I got from Google, the other is from this book. But this book was written by, you see me, those who've seen me a while, I talk about this book a lot, by Natalie Ledwell. And Natalie Ledwell, she's known for Mind movies. And also she worked with the late Bob Proctor. I even shared some programs here with them together, Natalie and the late Bob Proctor. At that time he was still alive, but he died recently. So it's sad. We lost. He was passionate about these topics. So this book, in fact, I'm going to share how you could get it. But I'm going to be using it in this lesson. So I have 2 definitions, affirmations, one from Google and one from this book. So the one from Google said that affirmation, the definition is, these are affirmations, there's S on it. These are positive statements that can help you overcome self-sabotaging and negative thoughts. And those, this is the wide topic, because those thoughts, those beliefs that you have, that you are trying to correct, came from a long time ago, when you were a young child, growing up, or depending on how your life has been. There are some things that you believe that are not very good for you. That's why we need all this. So the definition from here is a little bit similar, but I think I liked it. That's why I said I think I'll share the one in the book. So this one says, these affirmations are short statements about the goal you want to achieve, written as if they already happened. When your thoughts are organized like this, like in those statements that you write, you simply read your list, close your eyes, and visualize what it's like to already have these things. Anyway, the short definition is affirmations are short statements about the goal you want to achieve, written as if they have already happened. Like the goal has already been achieved, like we're going to see. That's what this whole video is all about. We're just on the definition. Now, why do we need them? Why do we need affirmations? And somewhere I was researching, says to help you, I think this was from Google too, to help you change your negative thinking. Remember when you're young and growing up, up to this point, you have some negative thinking that's going on. So to help you change your negative thinking patterns and replace them with positive thinking patterns. So to remove the negative and get into positive. That's what this whole process is all about. I suggest that you get a pen and paper. If you really want to get value from this video, don't just listen to me. Please get a pen and paper. Get ready, because I'm about to show you the 5 types of affirmations. And as I write down the types, I want you to also write down. Maybe after this, you're going to research. But from my research, I never found someone who had them all together like that. But because I've been reading this book, it helped me come up with the 5. Okay? So it would be best if you had a pen. So as we go through this, you also create something. These things change lives. They do. Okay. Now, I'm going to break down the 5 kinds of affirmations. But I'm going to be standing. I'm going to be standing when I show you this. Just know that there are some do's and some don'ts. Like, how do you write these statements to get results from them? So I wrote all of it down, but I'm going to show you standing. The next time you see me, I'll be standing to show you how the different types. There are 5. Okay? Hang around now. I'm going to stand and show you. And then after that, we'll see. But before you even get to the standing, I have to mention, because some people don't watch all videos, some of you are about to leave. So this book is The Law of Attraction in Action. So how it's a story of a lady who was, she was in bad situation with debts. She had a failing restaurant and all that. How she used, so it's like a true story, sort of. They show you how she changed her life. Like when I was reading that, she was being introduced to affirmation, and someone was defining affirmation for her. That's the definition I just read. Now, the 5 types, they're all shown in this book, how you use them and how she used them. So this is a free book. It's a free, written by Natalie Dendewa, but it's a free download. So I've been sharing it here. Some of you might have heard me say it. So below in the description, you find a link. It'll take you to, it's called Never in Your, I did mention the title, Never in Your Wildest Dreams. Never in Your Wildest Dreams, because this is the lady's life changed. I'm telling you, it's changed. So go get the download if you are not waiting for me to finish. But even if you're waiting for me to finish, late after this video, please go get the free. It's a free copy. You get, it's a download, just it's a digital copy. So now I'm going to break down the 5 types of affirmation. Please stick around. Have a pen and paper so that you can write them down. As I'm talking, as I'm speaking, you think about yours. I'm thinking about 3 areas, the one I'm focused on today. Your health. It could be your money or wealth, or it could be a relationship you want to attract. And you think in terms of that. Like, okay, if my goal is to get this, how would I use that one? How would I use that one? So focus on just one goal, because if you focus on all of them, it could be like you are scattered your like the thoughts. So choose one and focus on one. So is it money? Is it health? Or is it a relationship? And then as I'm explaining the 5, you're going to be following and maybe creating your own. Okay? You may have to pause this video to get a pen, but the next I'm going to be showing you up here. Okay? Hang around. Don't leave yet. Okay, here we are. I'm going to show you the 5 types of affirmations. So, before we go to the 5 types, I have to mention something very important. By the way, I'm not an expert, like I said, but I learned these things, and so many people have repeated the same thing. It must be true. When you are writing affirmations, there are words they say you should avoid. avoid. They want you to write affirmations, these statements that makes you feel good. Feel good. So avoid these words. Avoid using don't. Avoid using won't. Avoid using not. Avoid using no. For example, don't say, if we are talking about money, don't say, I have no debt. Because when you say, I have no debt, still the feeling you get is not good. You're thinking about debt. So they say, maybe say, I have more than enough money. If you have more than enough money, then all the debts are paid off, right? You have no debt. But don't use those words. And then they say use happy word, like I'm happy, I'm grateful, I'm happily doing this. Like, for example, relationships, or kind of a loving relationship. Like, use words that make you feel good, raise the vibration. And then the important thing is to use present tense. I'm coming to the 5 types, but I'm setting the rules. I put them down here to remember them. So present tense, like it has already happened. For example, the present tense, the way you're going to use these words, like I am. The I am statement is so important. I recorded a whole video about just the I am statement. Because they said that anything that you start with the word I am, it will follow you. So that means by just using the words I am, whatever you're saying after that is going to happen. It may not happen today or tomorrow, but it will happen. So I am, use I am, or maybe I have. This is me. I added that. I said sometimes you find yourself saying I have. It needs to be present tense, okay? Avoid, don't, won't, not, no. Use words that are good, like making a good feeling words, like happy, happily, loving, like when you are writing, okay? And then make sure it's in present tense, like something has already happened. And you achieve that by saying, use words like I am, I have, okay? And then the important rule, and this mostly with which one? Affirmation number 3. Don't worry about how how you're going to achieve whatever you're trying to achieve. Just take action, and wherever it leads you, then things happen. I'm telling you, things have happened to me. It has happened faster than I ever thought. So when you start taking action, just be active with your affirmation, but as things happen, something could change. Maybe you thought you're gonna get it like that, but it happens in a very different way. So let's get to D. So be open to changing the course of action. Maybe you meet someone and someone gives you another tip like you didn't know before. So be flexible. That's what that is about. Now, the 5 types. Are you ready? You have your pen? Have a pen and paper, and I want you to think like this. Is it your health? Is this a money goal? Or is it a relationship goal? You want to attract someone. So if that's what it is, I'll give some examples. I wrote some here. So when I get to the type, I'll read an example, but it may not be for the type you want. If it's your health and I'm talking about money, then just choose it, change it, okay? So the first type of affirmation is called what you want affirmation. So what do you want? What do you want? Is what you want to do with your health? You want it to do with your money? Or is it to do with your relationship? Okay, so how do you write that? That's a tricky one, because in this book, remember I kept saying I read this book. This lady wanted to be a writer. So when she got to that what you want type affirmation, she said, I want to be a writer. But then the explanation was that no, don't say I want to. Because if you say I want to, you're going to be in the want to. So you want to write an affirmation like it has already happened. So instead of saying I want to be a writer, say I am. Remember that important word? Those important words? There are 2, right? I am is 2 words, right? Professor Tanya, if you see this, correct me. These 2 words, I think it's 2 words. I and am. 2 words. I am a writer. You could even make it more interesting. I'm a successful writer. Whatever you want, describe it as much as possible, what you want to happen. So that's just an example. For example, if it's money, you could say, Remember, this is what you want. This one wanted to be a writer. You said, I am a writer. I am healthy. I am married. Want relationship? I am married. You're already married, but you're not. Because these things, as you're writing this affirmation, things have not happened yet. But they want you to get into the thoughts and the feelings, especially the word feeling. They say feeling is very important. The feeling that you are there. So the feeling, you imagine yourself already married, okay? That's an example for number one, what you want. I am a writer. I am married. I'm married to this, you can describe. Because you're talking about like owning a car. For example, if you want to own a car, you don't say I own a car, you say I own a 2022 Mercedes-Benz, whatever. Describe it more and more. The only thing they say about a car, that don't get into the color yet, because it may limit you, okay? Don't specify the color, but at least describe everything else, the car that you want. But describe it like you already own it, okay? I own a car. Remember we said present? Where did I say? It has to be the present tense. I own, describe it in detail, the kind of car you want. Now, number two, that was number one. Number two, the type of affirmation is, the type of statement you're going to make to do with why you want it. Why do you want that thing? Whatever you want to happen in number one. For example, if I didn't even talk about money in the first one, did I? Like I want, I have, or I make 10,000. For example, if to me I could say, I make $10,000 every month. And that will be in the number one. And now, why? Why do I want that? Oh, I want freedom. I want to be able to do whatever I want, buy anything I want, afford anything I want. I mean, what is the reason? Maybe I want to give it away. So many things. Why do you want it? Because this why, I have a whole video about the why. It keeps you moving. It keeps you going. It gives you the passion, the energy to keep going. So you write why you want something. I want to be a writer because I want to feel good. I want my family to be proud. I don't know why writers want to be writers, but you get the point. So those all will be statements. So you could find 5 statements to write about number one. You could find 5 statements to write about why you want to get what you want to get. And then number 3, actions to take. So when you want to be a writer, you are a writer. What actions are you taking? Like this lady, she wanted to be a writer, and she was saying, okay, every day I have to research groups where there are other writers, maybe on Facebook, and I'm joining them. I'm joining these people. Okay, I have to read. Every day I'm reading. I'm reading a book every week. I'm researching to find groups of other people who write. I write for maybe 3 hours every day. Like those are the statements you are writing to do with the actions you are taking. Now, if it's to do with your health, you could say, what action you are taking? I am eating vegetables and fruits every day. I am walking 5 miles every day. I am whatever people do when they are trying to become healthy. You write it here, the actions you are taking. What are you doing? But you are writing these things, but you have not done them yet. These are things to get you in the mode of the feeling of getting to the result, okay? That's the purpose of affirmations. In fact, they create mind movies from these affirmations. They create mind movies. If you're interested to get into this lady's world, I have a few videos about this topic. I even have mind movies. If you search my YouTube channel, I'm not linking that. Today I'm only linking this book, the link to this book, because I feel like it's more practical with this topic. But I have those, we could learn also how to create movies around this to create the real feeling, like something has really, really happened, okay? That could be another topic. I have videos about that. Okay, action, we did that. Then what we did the actions, okay, what you do to achieve what you want to achieve. But that's where I mentioned something down here that's important, that when you take the actions, you say, okay, maybe I want to make $10,000 every month. So my actions are every single day I have to record a video. Every single day I have to post on TikTok. Every single day I have to do this. No, not I have. You see, that's what I said. I am recording videos every day. I am posting on Instagram. I am sending emails out every day. I am recording on TikTok. I am doing lives. You say all the things you are doing, you're taking the action. But now there is this number 4. What thoughts to have if you want to achieve that? Because the thoughts are going to come from, remember, affirmations are supposed to help you get out of the negative thinking, the positive thinking. And those positive thoughts are going to come by visualization. You start visualizing. You know, they say the athletes, the people who win in the gold medals, running and sports and everything, they visualize a lot. They master these techniques. You visualize yourself like this has already happened. Now, your thoughts are going to be that of a winner, like you already won. Now, like this writer, you can visualize yourself as the best writer, best-selling author, whatever they call the good writers. And those are the thoughts you're keeping, okay? Although, remember, these things have not happened yet, but you create them like you think about them like they already happened. So that's what thoughts to have. The thoughts to have are those. Like it has already happened. I think you get it. If you feel like this is confusing the way I'm explaining it, remember, I'm not an expert, I'm just learning. Go get the book, because this inside here, the lady has a friend who's teaching her this. So they go slowly. So where she makes a mistake, you say, no, don't say it like that, do it like this. So as you go through those pages, then you're going to get it more clearly, okay? Because I'm also transferring information. Okay, we finished what thoughts you have. Now, what is the last one? Number 5 is, what is life like? I love this one. What is life like now that you achieve whatever? You have achieved the health. Maybe you wanted to lose pounds. You're now slim. And now, what is your life like now that you're healthy? What's your life like now that you lost the weight? What do? You go shopping, you're running, you go skiing, you're running with grandkids. Like soon I'll be a grandma. Because my daughters are older now. The youngest is 21. I wouldn't say the age. The youngest. Some people don't like to say their ages, but it's almost like I could talk about me being healthy, running out around with grandchildren. That's what's my life like. My life. What is life like now that you achieved the good health? Or maybe you lost some pounds, whatever it was. Now, money. What is life like now that you are making the $10,000 every month? Whoa, I'll be traveling. I just been to Africa, I'll come back. Because I'll be coming back to share these things. And because the personal development, because it's so important. Recently when I went to Uganda, I was teaching I am affirmation. I shared, some people gave me feedback already. They help. That's what I would do. So if I was writing here, what is that like? I'll say I'm traveling. I don't have to worry about money. So I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You see, what you think about it. If it's relationships, now you attracted the man or the woman of your dream. What is life like? Okay, you wake up. If you're a man, you have this lady around, beautiful lady. Or if you're a woman, you have this handsome man. You know, they always put handsome and beautiful. I don't know why. Not everyone is handsome and beautiful. They could be just attractive but not beautiful. I don't know. That's me. But everyone wants the beautiful, the handsome. Okay. Describe what life is like now that you've attracted that person. I hope this helps you. If you were confused, you wonder what he's talking about, these are I am statements that you write. So if you write 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, you're going to end up with 25 statements. Now what you do, every single day, you read them. As you're reading them, remember they're in the present tense, you go into that world. they talk about visualization. That's how most people create what they do, what they create. You imagine things like they're already here and get the feeling. They say the important thing about this law of attraction is a feeling. You have to feel like something has happened. That's how it happens faster. Miracles can happen, I'm telling you. So write them down, find some time, and write a few. You could even have three here, but they say the total of 25 would be good. They said they work faster if you can read them in front of a mirror. You go read them, and then this process, if you really want to get into this world, the real one that I'm getting to it, there is a real course that they sell. If you get to her world, you get to, if somewhere they share a website or somewhere in this book, you can, when you get that course, it takes you slowly, because they will tell you that don't get into these affirmations until you are in what they call the happy place. You have to be a happy person. The vibration needs to be high before you start reading this. So if you want to know how this really works, like systematically to get to the level, it gives people 6 weeks to achieve whatever they're trying to achieve in that program. I haven't finished it yet. It's okay. I've finished it. I've been with it more than 6 weeks, but I haven't finished all the steps that she teaches. I'm still learning. I'm on number 6. It has 12 modules. I'm on number 6. But I see that this is really great. So if you are that kind of person, you could even send me a message and tell me, okay, how do I get this program? But if you take this book, somewhere she will suggest where her website is and the details, then you can get to it's called the Ultimate Success Masterclass. If you can get to that, they'll teach you the steps, how to do this faster. Like, you need a happy place. It's going to teach you how to do good things in your life, to do gratitude journal, to give and share and all that. Have a positive vibe all the time before you get into these statements, because you don't want to get into the statements when you're all negative and depressed. So you have to raise your vibration for this to work faster. Now, to recap, let me see. I had some. Let me see if I can share these, if you don't mind. Let me share some statements I had. Like, for example, I said quickly, because I wrote it down, that on number 1, what you want, the lady will say, I am a writer. Or if you want a car, you want to have a car, you say, I own this kind of car, and you describe it. Don't just name it, just describe in detail. Like you say, for example, I said the 2022 Mercedes-Benz with this, that. I don't know why I say Mercedes-Benz, but you describe the car you want. Now, on the why you want it, for the lady, she said, one of the things I got in this from the book, that the statements you write are making a difference. Have made my family proud, because she had issues with her family. They thought she was a failure, whatever. So one of her statements was, I have made my family proud. That's number 2. Now, number 3, the action to take, she was saying that I purchase books, I read a book every week, I seek books like I was mentioning, then I'm writing so many hours a day. That's on the action. That's what she wrote. Then on number 4, what thoughts? She said, I visualize myself without being the best, winning best writer and all that. She was visualizing herself being one of the best writers, bestseller, here on the thoughts she was having. Then number 5, what is life like? For her, let me see, I think I noted here to just read it to you. What's life like? Because she described it very interestingly. 67. What's life like now that she's a writer? Let's see what she said. So she said, okay, I sleep until my body wakes up naturally. I write 6 hours a day. My writing room is filled with natural light. I socialize with accomplished writers. See, for her, that's how she described what life like. So you can also sit and write. Find a moment and be quiet without anyone bothering you, no phone call, nothing, and create these statements, and then read them in front of a mirror, they say, but every day. You have to read them until you believe it, until you feel all these feels. You imagine it like it's happening. That's how you attract the good things, the connections. You might be surprised. But if you feel like this is not enough, go even online here and research about affirmation. But the way they talk about them, I feel like it's shallow. They record short video. That's why mine is long. I feel like I went into more detail. And the book is the description. In the description below, go tap the link or click on the link, and it will get you to this book. It's free, and read it. It's how many pages? Let's see. I've been talking about this book since I got it. About that course, and she sent it to me it was free. I just found it in my mail. And since I wrote it, I've been talking about it. 169 pages. And it has some links that take you to videos when she's explaining exactly what just happened. Because the way the book was written, the lady is doing things that you should do too to get the result you want. But Natalie comes at the end of every chapter and explains the video what was going on. Like what was going on. Like when they're telling her about affirmation, what is going on and what should you do yourself. So if you're really, really serious and you wanted to do this, to change your life, you go, get the book, and also follow. Because the very first time I read this book, I didn't go to do those exercises that she was saying. I was looking through to see what happened with this lady. Because I wanted to read and finish. Now that I know what happened to her, I went back. So I'm reading it again. Now I'm doing all the exercises. And you know me, I come here and share. Especially when things are free, I like to share them. Remember, there is a link to get to the book. And also, what else? I think, let me not confuse you with the other things. I would have put the mind movies. But let's leave mind movies. Maybe in future when I record another video, I'll put the mind movies. But for now, focus on the book because it's teaching all these things we talked about. If I put in mind movies, it's going to distract you. So in the future, since I said I'll be recording about personal development, I'll find time and record about those mind movies. That's a different path also to get you to her world. So to recap, affirmations, we define them. You can go, if you forgot what the affirmations are, they're positive statements about your future that has already happened. And define those in the first segment. And also we said why we need them. We need them because of what has been happening to us since we were born. The negative beliefs, the negative sabotaging that's happening, they help us cancel that out. So we believe. If you think maybe I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not all that, this helps to bring you up. Like you said, you know what? No, I can do better. And then the type, I've already given you the type. Most people, even when I did a live recently, I didn't say 5. I say only 3. I didn't have, I didn't have the thoughts and I didn't have the why and the thoughts. I gave only 3. So this is a more exhaustive list. I think it's a good list. Remember, don't use these words. Don't, want, not, no. And use happy words like I'm happy, I'm loving, happy, grateful. Those kind of words, and use the present tense. Like something has already happened. Like I am, I have, it's already done. Okay? And the other thing she said, actually there's a statement she said, let me see if I have it here. Yes. She said that when you finish, because all this is you thinking, oh, this is what I want, this is what I want, but there's a bigger power. You may find yourself getting much more. So don't limit yourself. He said, end the statement with this, that I choose to create this or something better. That when you write those statements, end with always say this, I choose to create this, whatever you're asking, or something better. You may end up getting something better. Okay. Like I always end these videos, I say, take very good care of yourself, take very good care of your families, take very good care of your health. Remember to get this free book and to add a comment for me. Take a step to better you. Bye-bye.